Hello students, as you well know that we are discussing social science, the history part, and the chapter is the French Revolution. Today's we will discuss the topic, did women have a revolution? Generally it is considered that the men participate in the revolution, but in this segment we would know that women were also active in revolution. A directory rules France. The fall of the Jacobin government allowed the wealthier middle classes to seize power, and generally as it is found in the history that the powerful also took the powers. So that was the same situation in the France when wealthier middle classes seized power with them. A new constitution was introduced which denied the vote to non-propertied sections of society. Means poor were deprived to be a participation in the election phenomena. They were not allowed to vote. It provided for two elected legislative councils, and there were two elected legislative councils. These then appointed a directory and executive made up of 5 members. Total members were 5, and they appointed a directory and an executive. This was meant as a safeguard against the concentration of power in one man executive as under the Jacobins, as that was in practice in these days, as the coffee houses and certain places took part in the political affairs. So likewise Jacobins, they also the center of the discussion about politics. So they wanted to safeguard against the concentration of power in one man executive. Means they wanted to distribute powers in the society. However, the directors often clashed with the legislative councils, as we find in the history generally that there were clash between the powers. So likewise there was clash between legislative council and directors, who then sought to dismiss them. Generally they wanted to dismiss them. The political instability of the directory paved the way for the rise of a military dictator, Napoleon Bonaparte. And as we found that it was a situation of political instability, and the directory paved the way, means they showed the way for the rise of the military dictator, means rule of military, as the Napoleon Bonaparte. The rule of Napoleon Bonaparte was very famous in the history of France. Through all these changes in the form of government, the ideals of freedom, of equality before the law, and to fraternity remained inspiring, ideals that motivated political movements in the France and the rest of Europe during the following century. And that was a prominent change in the history of the world when the struggles were made for the change in the system of ruling, and the ideals were of people were the freedom, equality before the law, and fraternity, means brotherhood. These all values inspired the people to be on the political movements in France, students. Did women have a revolution? In this segment, we would know how women took part in the political affairs. From the very beginning, women were active participants in the events which brought about so many important changes in French society. From the beginning, we have known that women were not inactive, they were also active in the political affairs. They hoped that their involvement would pressurize the revolutionary government to introduce measures to improve their lives. They hoped that there would a day come when they also be powerful and their existence would be given importance and they would get right. Most women of the third estate had to work for a living. This is the story of poor women which belonged to third estates, means poor class of the people. They worked as seamstresses or laundresses. They used to pass their life as being doing very tiny works as seamstress means tailors, laundress means washerman, sold flowers, fruits and vegetables in the market. These were the work for the women, or were employed as domestic servants in the houses of prosperous people. That was the situation with the women, that they were downward in the society. Most women did not have access to education or job training. Only daughters of nobles or wealthier members of the third estate could study at a convent, after which their families arranged a marriage for them. And this was an irony with the women, that they were not given education or job training. Only the daughters of nobles means powerful, rich persons, which were very close with the king, those daughters were allowed to get education. They studied in a convent. After then, their families arranged a marriage for them. In order to discuss and voice their interests, women started their own political clubs and newspapers. When the women did not find their representation in the politics, they did not get the right to vote. So, compelling all these situations, they started established their own political clubs and they also ran newspapers. About 60 women's clubs in different French cities, and they were 60 in numbers, women's clubs. The Society of Revolutionary and came up Republican Women was the most famous of them. And there was a society of revolutionary. In them, Republican Women was the most famous of them. It means women also helped the men in the struggle and in the political reform. One of their main demands was that women enjoy the same political rights as men. That was a prominent demand by the side of women, that they wanted that the equal right as men usually got. Women were disappointed that the Constitution of 1791 reduced them to passive citizens, and this was a very sad thing, that women were not given their position. The life of them were not uplifted and they had no representation. So they wanted that they would be given powers, and they were also considered as passive citizens. Passive citizens means people who were not allowed to vote. They demanded the right to vote, to be elected to the assembly, and to hold political office. That was her demand, that they would be elected to the assembly and to hold political office, means they would be given the post of ministers. Only then they felt would their interests be represented in the new government, and they they hoped that they would be given chance for the representation in new government. In the early years, the revolutionary government did introduce laws that helped improve the lives of women. Some work had done for the women, but they were not sufficient. Together with the creation of state schools, schooling was made compulsory for all girls. That's what the reforms in the society. Girls were given chances to be educated and schools were opened for them. Their fathers could no longer force them into marriage against their will. That was also a very great change in the society. Even their fathers could not force them to be married with a person whom they did not want to be married. Marriage was made into a contract, entered into freely, and registered under civil law. And there was another provision that marriage was made into a contract, entered into freely, and registered under civil law. The marriage would be registered, and that was a law that was called civil law. Divorce was made legal if women thought it proper to delink with their counterpart. They could be, and that was legal, and could be applied for by both women and men, and it was applied for both men as well as women. Women could now train for jobs. This was also a change in the society. The thoughts, the ideas, the thinking was also changing in the society when society gave the opportunity for jobs for the women, and they were trained for the jobs, could become artists or run small businesses. They could be artists and they also could run their small businesses. Women's struggle for equal political rights, however, continued, because until they did not get their right, they continued on the struggle for seeking those rights equal to the men. During the reign of terror, the new government issued laws ordering closure of women's clubs and banning their political activities. As in the time of reign of terror, new government issued laws ordering closures, means the clubs of women were banned and they were closed for their political activities. Many prominent women were arrested and a number of them executed. That was a very sad thing that the important ladies, the leaders, were arrested and most of them executed. Women's movements for voting rights and equal wage continued through the next 200 years in many countries of the world. And this was not in France, but in the whole world. This type of situation were facing by the women, and after 2 years period, long period, 200 years, they had to own struggle for getting their rights for equal wages and voting rights. The fight for the vote was carried out through an international suffrage movement during the late 19th and early centuries, and that was also a fight for the vote was carried out through an international suffrage. There was a time when there was made a provision for international suffrage, and that was the movement that was for the giving right to the ladies for vote, and the time was late 19th and early centuries. The example of the political activities of French women during the revolutionary years was kept alive as an inspiring memory, and those were the examples when political activities of French women during the revolutionary years was kept alive as an inspiring memory, and these were the examples. Those were kept for as a memory for the sake of other countries to be an inspiration on the revolution or the struggle for getting the rights. It was finally in 1946 that women in France won the right to vote, and that was the time, and time came in 1946. Ultimately, the women of France won the right to vote. So, up to here we have known that how women got the right to vote and other facilities in the country of France. And in the next segment, we would be at the last segment of the chapter, in which we know the history of Napoleon Bonaparte, his reign and his ruled, how he ruled, we would know in the next presentation, students. Till then, bye, students.